Hey there, and welcome to the very first video of what I hope will be a YouTube series on Cities Skylines 2. So without further ado, let's start a game. I did a few test runs and I want to start on a map that's really cool. It's was it this one? I think it was this one. Yes, definitely. It has a European theme. Good temperatures, all the connections, all natural resources, so I think this will be a great map to start experimenting with the game. As I said, I did a few test runs, but not that many. I have only gotten a few hundred population, not even 1,000. So let's start experiencing the game together. And I have a great name for the city, because maybe you don't know it, but my name is Cheesy, and I like cheesy city names, so this will be Parmesiano. Okay, European theme, great, everything's perfect, no tutorials, we are going to figure this out ourselves. Okay, let's start the game. So, Cities Skylines 2 starts us off in the same way that Cities Skylines 1 did, in the sense that we need to place a road first. And when I'm looking at our starting tile, we see a little grid they already set up for us, with a small roundabout. I think that can stay, but the grid has to go. One more thing is the second road that is coming in, so let's follow that to see where it's going. It passes the train line right here, past the small village, and then it hooks up to another national road. Let's check that. It's going outside of the city, so I think that maybe this road would connect up. This would be the old road through town. We can link it up through here, and we can say that around this old main road the town developed, and the highway of course came way after that. So let's connect this one up first. We go to our roads menu, then we will select a 2-lane road. Well, let's first bulldoze everything we don't need. So like that. Okay, great, it's gone. Back to the roads. And then we have a few options in our toolkit. So we have the straight road tool. We have the simple curve, just as we had in Cities Skylines 1. We have the continuous curve. This is much like the free form tool of Cities Skylines 1. And what's new and really cool is the complex curve. So I haven't really played with this that much, but what you do is you select where the road is starting, then select where you want it to bend, and only then go to the end. So that's a bit fake, but this one I select the start and then the end. I'm done. But with the complex curve I can say, okay, start, middle, and then end. And I can make an S-curve like this. So the road editor has some really cool options. We can also, but I think everybody knows this by now, create a grid like this. And what is this? Yeah, we can replace it. Also moving this a little bit. Oh, that was not okay. It's no problem for me. It's a problem for you. Now this isn't lined up anymore. Is that a problem? No. So you can move this, but we can't move this one. I don't know why. Maybe because of snapping? Yes, it's because of snapping. Okay, so let's line this one up correctly. Okay, and then get back to what we were doing. So what we want is a freeform, so the continuous curve. We will go straight out from here. And see how the guidelines are just not matching up quite right. That's because of the roundabout. It has a lot of points to connect to. But what we can do first is take a little piece of road, snap it straight, and then from there make a nice curve. Make it line up straight. Et voila. This will be the old main road. I don't really like starting out with a big highway like this. But since we don't have any mods yet in Cities Skylines 2, I think we have to live with it, accept it's here, and maybe when we have a few more tiles, or eventually we get some mods and we can replace the highway with something more natural, and I would definitely like to do that. The idea being, well, real towns don't build up around a highway. They build up on a crossroads, around a waterway, something that, yeah, well, we both have those. So this is a natural place for a town. There's no problem with it. Perfect spot to start your town. But there wouldn't be a highway. This would only come like in the 20th century, not at the start of a city. Well, yeah, as I said, we have to accept it's here. We don't have any mods. We have to get used to playing the game. But just know that I don't really like having this here. What I do like is start planning out the city. And there's a few things that we have available to us that we can have a look at. Of course, we have the contour lines. So what we can see is there's a flat area right here, perfect for building a small starting city. We have a bit of a hill, but also some flat, kind of flat land on this side of the hill. Then there is a lot of forest, and that's basically it for the starting tile. We do have some access to this island, but I don't see how we're gonna reach it just yet. I think that will be something for the future. We also have our zones. This color is showing us how likely people would like to live here, if they're a residential zone, if they're a commercial zone, or if they're industrial zone. But the industrial zone also shows us water reservoirs. So this blue on the map, this is underground water we could pump up. If we place industry over this, we're gonna pollute this reservoir, and it's no good for drinking if it's polluted. And we also see these arrows, and these arrows indicate wind direction. As far as I have tested it, this wind direction always stays the same. So if we build our industry over here and our town on this side, then all the polluted air will blow over the town, and yeah, no one is happy living in smog. So I think what we have to do is start our industry more over on this side of the map. We saw a few flat spaces. I think we can start there. Then we also can take the power from this outside connection and to use it for a start, because I don't think we have a lot in terms of wind power. We actually don't have any. As you can see on the screen under electricity production, it has like half a megawatt where it's supposed to have like 5. So this is not going to help us. I don't really like building this big coal power plant at the start of the game. Not just yet, maybe we're gonna build something like that later, but for now it just takes too much place of the industrial area that we really need just for our demand in a moment. Last thing we need to plan is water and sewage. So as you can see, water pipes are underneath the roads automatically. And what we need to do is pump some water, and we have to get rid of some wastewater. So we have the water pumping station. This extracts water from a lake or river. And we also have the groundwater pumping station. And this one extracts it from the underground reservoirs, as we were talking about earlier. Let me see, this can output 75,000 a month, and it costs us 20,000. This can pump up 100,000 a month, and it only costs half. So I think we will start with the water pumping station. In order to see the water flow, right now we don't see any. We have to run the game for a second. So now we can see the direction the water is flowing. And this is important because if we're gonna pump water from the river, and we are also going to dump sewage into the river, we want the sewage to be dropped down the stream, because otherwise we're going to drink the poop, and I don't like drinking poop. So let's place one pumping station up here near our future industrial area, and let's place the sewer far away from it, maybe here near the highway. Okay, that's great. We will have to link this up, but we're not going to do that right away. First we're going to finish our roads, because we have to get up here somehow. And we would also need a substation for electricity. I think we will place that first, just so we have an idea of scale and where our roads need to go. So the substation is this one, yes. We can place it right over here. Turn it around by holding the right mouse button. And let's place it right where the game will let us, and that is here. Okay, wonderful. And this we will just connect with our roads. Our straight roads, of course. So it will go here, and then we will connect it to the water as well. So now that is all connected. Then I want to follow the terrain line. So I'm gonna use the freeform tool again. Sorry, the continuous road tool again. And we're going to straight from here, and we will follow the terrain lines following the coast, go straight when we can, and try to connect up to our road, our old main road. And now that we named this the Old Town Road, I also want to see if we can change it in game. Of course we can. Let's name this the Old Town Road. And this one is connecting us to our water. So let's call this the Water Street. Great. Okay, so we have a place to start our industry. We have a place to start our town. Let's make a few roads going away from this roundabout into the town. So first a straight road like this maybe. And I think another road would have followed the water right here. And maybe connected up before this was a highway, but now it doesn't connect up anymore. But it does still follow the water. Let's go straight as much as possible. Hello? Can we, please? Yes, thank you. And then right before the hill starts, we're going to connect up again to our main road. Wonderful. And maybe there would be 1 or 2 more streets leading away from the main road. One like this. And one like this. This would connect up, I think. Right here. Okay. Same here. There would be some kind of connection. But I don't think it would be completely straight at the start of a town. Before we had cars and all fancy stuff like that, people built roads where they walked and where the cattle walked and stuff like that. So roads didn't usually go straight to something, they wiggled a bit. And only later, when we were redesigning these places to make room for cars, we straightened out the roads, because cars really like to go straight, much more than people and horses do. So we can simulate that in the game by wiggling the roads in our first starting square. And later, when we're going to, in the story of the game, say, well, yeah, there's city planners and there's cars, we have to look out for what's good for the town. Then we will straighten out a lot of the roads, I think. But for now, I really like this more natural development pattern. We're not quite there yet. One more thing we need to do is connect up our sewage outlet. So let me just quickly do that. We have to connect not like on the dot, but as you see, you have to hold the mouse a little bit under the dot and then it will connect. Same here. And here you can actually see it better, that the pipe goes down from the sewage outlet into the sewage pipes. This can be, for the sewage outlet, it's not that hard, but when you have a lot of roads near together, continuous road tool. I'm so used to the Cities Skylines 1 terminology that I'm having to look it up still, but well, give me a few episodes and I promise it you will get better at it. No doubt about it. Same here, these roads would continue out from the roundabout and then maybe connect through the middle here. Let's follow this one first. And over here a bit like that. Seems acceptable to me. Future planning, let's place a few more commercial buildings right here and then we can place the residential all behind there. And one thing I like to do in Cities Skylines 1, and I'm going to continue right here, is I'm gonna play like what I call Cities Skylines realism. So right now we don't know anything about, for example, healthcare, garbage. So we're not going to use this either. We're going to act like it's way back in the day and we have to invent some stuff first. So after we find out something exists, only then will we start planning for it. We will not go and reserve a humongous place for the train station when we do not even know what trains are yet. In the same fashion that I told you in the start of the video, I don't really like the starting highway. It's the same reasoning. We cannot even build highways. We do not know they exist. Why would they be here? But that's enough of my rambling. We already need some more residents, so let's start planning out some more roads. And again, this will be curvy roads. They will curve continuously. That's how you remember their name. Something like that, and then this would go on straight. And I think one more division would be in place right here. Like that. Okay, we can zone some more residential. And it seems that we also need a little bit of industry. Luckily we have some place for that reserved. We can just fill it in like so. Hop. And let this fill in again. Hopefully get us to the next milestone. And with that we hit our very first milestone. So let's see what we have unlocked. We have higher loans, we have some new map tiles, 3 to be exact. We now have access to the city budget panel. We have access to some city statistics. Medium density housing. Some more roads. Healthcare and garbage. So now that we know of this new development, we can actually start planning for it. And so without further ado, let's get back to the game and start looking at what we need and where we need it. I think we're going to start with the landfill. We will place it over here near our industrial area if we have some flat room. And it's actually easier to see in the roads menu. So here there is a big flat space. I think this could be used for the landfill. So let me drag out a road. Starting here, following the terrain. And then we can place our garbage facility right here. And with the garbage facility we need to drag out an area where they can store their garbage. And apparently we're always starting from this side. So we will start from the right hand side and go counterclockwise. And I believe we can just build this up the hill without any negative consequences. The landfill will just conform to the terrain that is already there. And then lastly we click back on the garbage area to complete the storage area. That is that. Does it have any complaints? No, it seems to be functioning quite well. Yes, okay, this is perfect. Let's keep it here and go back to our town. Because we have some new inventions and some new demand. As you can see, we have actually quite a big demand for medium density residential. So how are we going to address this? First things first, I think we need to delete the highway. So let's connect some alternative route. Maybe like this. And then like this. So I start out with the continuous curve tool, and then with the simple curve tool I can line this up to the guideline like this, drag it out, and this will always perfectly align to the guideline of the other road. So now that this is connected, we can delete this part of the highway. Again, there would not be a highway, but we have to deal with the reality of City Skylines. And here I want to build, actually want to build a new, what is it called, roundabout. So what we would need to do for that is connect a road up to here. Okay, again, maybe, jeez. Maybe if we have a bigger roundabout, so let's go after that first by going to our progression, development, and pick some advanced. No, I think we need the roundabouts first, so let's unlock this one, close it, and then go back to our roads menu. Now we have a big roundabout, maybe we can connect it up right. Connect it up right, connect it up right. Yes, no, maybe, please, yes. And then we can turn it around with the replace tool, dragging it to where we want it to go. Like that. Maybe a smaller roundabout, would that look good? Ah, there we go. This is looking like it's connected. Okay, now we have the road. We can also connect up the rest of the town. And we can start the clock again. Then let's have a look at our new services. So we have two of them, healthcare and death care. The medical clinics, it can pick up patients, help citizens remain healthier, can be upgraded. Okay, so let's place this somewhere central in town, maybe on the old main road. Why not? Like here maybe? Great, and let's have a closer look at this building. Okay, it has some upgrades. So the ambulance depot, it can stay in the same footprint as the building, so we don't have to plan for that. The extension wing, it's not that big, it can go on the back side of the building at some point, so we will keep a place open for that, no problem at all. And what we also need is our death care. We have a small cemetery. So I said a small cemetery, but we just have a cemetery. I think it could maybe go here on the edge of town. Let's place it right here and also have a look at this building. So it's providing well-being and indoor recreation. This is actually very cool. Cities Skylines 1 didn't do this, but as you can see here, people also use the cemetery as a park. And I think it's quite logical. Maybe it's not the most amusing route to walk. Could be a bit depressing, but well, there's a lot of trees, there's a lot of pets. Why wouldn't you use this as a park, right? And does it also have some upgrades? Yes, it does. A small house, I think this is a temple. Okay, so maybe somewhere on the back we can place that. And we also have a mausoleum, and that's also so we need to reserve quite some room near the cemetery, but I think we can just zone some more near the center of town before we have to worry about leaving place around the cemetery. So let's get back to our zones. And first let's think about our new zone, the medium density residential. So these will be the row houses, I think. Yes, they are. And I think it would be logical for the row houses to start near the center of the town. So maybe on this main road, for example, near the medical clinic. A bit like that. And then behind there we will place more normal low density residential. Again, remember to reserve a spot near the medical clinic, because we know we will upgrade this in the future. We already have the technology, so we can plan for it. fill up all these zones, and let's wait again for a few moments. And right now we already have our first new signature building. This is the Pop Museum's mansion. This is a perfect house for having small parties that the pop star is throwing in his house. Let's see, they are found in this menu, signature buildings. Over here we have the Pop Musician mansion. And can we also see what this is doing? Yes, this is providing 2 well-being within a 500-meter radius. So we also already have some well-being over here. Maybe the pop musician would like to live near the hill. Somewhere like here. As far as I can see, this doesn't really have like any noise pollution or such. So I think it would just be fine here. Anything special about this building? Not that we can see right now. Okay, so let's try and fix up this terrain a little bit. As you can see, the pop musician dug out quite a hole for himself, but I think we can make this look a little bit better. We're going to level the terrain with a small brush, even smaller, and very low strength. And then we are going to take this height by right clicking. We're going to lower this by slowly tapping the left mouse button. And as you see, we can make this look a little bit more natural. It still looks quite janky right now, but there's one more trick I know from Cities Skylines 1 that I will think translates perfectly to Cities Skylines 2, and that is the soften terrain tool. So for this one I'm going to take a bit of a bigger brush but keep the strength low, and I'm going to hold my left mouse button over this janky edge. And you can see, because of the low brush strength, this is going very slowly and you have a lot of control over how you want the hill to look. So maybe like this, if we turn off the contours line, will look quite acceptable. I think it does. Wonderful. Okay, let's go back and have one more look at our demands. We need some more low density residential, we need some more industry, but most of all we need some commercial. Luckily we still have some room near our main road, so let's zone that up commercial, like that. We have some room for industry over here, we can also just zone that, no problem at all. And then we need some more residences. Okay, where do we have some room left? Maybe near the cemetery would be a good place. Around the edge of town right here, and some more row houses when you enter the town. Like so. This can also be zoned up. I don't know why I left it open in the first place. And let's see if we can reach the next milestone with this. And there is our next milestone. Let's see what we have unlocked. So we have a bigger loan, we have access to taxation, we will look at that in a moment. We have some even higher density housing, we have some education available in the form of elementary schools and high schools. We also have some new development points and some extra expansion permits to buy some more land tiles. But I think that will be something for the next episode. I hope you liked the first episode of Parmesiano, of our very little, quaint little town. I like the start. I think this is the beginning of a wonderful city. Let's hope we get some more patches to improve the quality of the performance of the game, I mean. Let's hope maybe we get some mods anytime soon so that we can get rid of this highway. But besides that, I want to thank you for watching this video. This was my very first YouTube video. This, if you have anything you want to say to me, like what I did good, what I did bad, what you would like to see from me, then please let me know. I can use all the inspiration I can get. And I will hope to be back to you next week with the next part of Parmesiano. Thank you for watching. I've been cheesy.